what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a really fun video. It's going to be a review on the new Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealers and Magic Star Setting Powder. Now before I get into all of that, I did use his new Bluebell palette to get this look today. So if you want to see how I got it, just head on over to my Instagram page and that tutorial should be up right now. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and press that subscribe button down below and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. Did you do it? It's down there. Right down there. I'll give you a second. Don't worry. Take your time. No rush. So if you guys haven't heard already, Jeffree kind of like blew up in this whole media like ordeal right now because his concealer was actually leaked before he even had a chance to announce it. Some like team of people, I guess, broke into one of his warehouses and stole a bunch of products, including pretty much an entire shade of the concealer. I think it was C5. So if C5 happens to be your shade, you're probably going to have to wait a little bit until they restock that shade in order to get it. But I actually feel so bad for Jeffree because I can only imagine working like really hard on a product for over a year and then somebody just like kind of coming into your space, violating it, disrespecting you, and taking away that satisfaction of announcing a product that you worked so hard on. In the makeup world, that is a big no-no, and it's really sad that there's people out there that just ruin it for people that are working really hard. So, I mean, in light of everything, I think that he's been very mature about the situation, very professional, and really, like, what's the word, I guess, optimistic about the whole thing. Like, something really terrible happened to him and his company, and he's been very optimistic about it no matter what. So he did push up his concealer launch, which launched today, April 19th, I think. What day is it? Yeah, April 19th. So the concealers are available right now. I believe some are sold out online, but you can go check your nearest Morphe store if you have any available. That's where I actually got mine today. I woke up bright and early, went there to the store and got it as fast as I could so that I can come home and do this tutorial. Review right now. So let's get into it. Oh my god, you guys, it is so hot in here. I can't have my fan on like when I'm recording because you'll obviously hear it and these lights are hot. So I'm sorry if I look like a sweaty, disgusting mess right now. Alright, so his concealer line has 30 different shades in it. He tried to do a bunch of different like undertones for tons of people, and he did mention that he will be adding more shades in the future. I have heard a little bit of controversy, some people saying that there's not enough shades, and I mean, personally, I think that the shade range is very good, but I can't say for other people, I guess, because I don't know exactly what shade they need. I did have my shade. I don't know about them. But looking at it and looking at other companies, I think that he does have a pretty like wide shade range. And he did mention that he was trying to make sure that, you know, everybody with different skin undertones, like rosy undertones, pink undertones, olive undertones, orange undertones, I mean, every undertone you could think of, he was trying to create something in every like shade range from light to medium to dark. So right now this is what he's launching, and in the future he's going to add more in because people are going to be like, hey, I need this shade, and hey, I need this shade, and he's going to, you know, go back in and add those in the future. So right now this is what he has. In the future he will add more. So this is the packaging that it comes in, this really cute pink box, which is very Jeffree Star, and it's like holographic almost. It's really pretty. And then you just open it up and you pull it out, and this is what the concealer looks like. I honestly think this packaging is so pretty. I am obsessed with packaging. Like, I will buy something just because it looks pretty. Like, if there was a palette that was shaped like a castle, I would buy it even if it sucked because it's really pretty. So this is really gorgeous. It's very like, what's the word? It's very like very, yeah, magical and enchanted. Like I feel like my fairy godmother is like ready to pop out and grant me a couple wishes, get me ready for the ball. That's like what this reminds me of. But this thing right here is pretty sharp. I was like, when I was opening it, I actually was like, oh wow, that kind of hurt a little bit, but it's nothing bad. So I guess it has multi-use, because ladies, if you have a like pepper spray in your purse or a taser, no need, because this will do the job. But this right here is plastic, and I think that's plastic too. I'm not sure. But overall the packaging is really pretty. And Jeffree Star always has amazing packaging. Like, it's always great. I mean, his eyeshadow palettes, they are amazing. I have the Blue Blood, I have the Blood Sugar, and I have the Alien palette, and all three of those are so cool, so durable, and very exciting. So this is not surprising that it would be very extra, and I mean extra like in a good way, not in a bad way. Okay, and so when you open it up, it's gonna have this dofa applicator that's shaped like a teardrop, and inside it actually kind of has like this hole, so it like holds more product than a normal like applicator would. I can actually compare it to some other concealers right now. This concealer has 3.4 milliliters in it and retails for $22. Comparing to other concealers, the Tarte Shape Tape is something that I use often. The Tarte Shape Tape has 10 milliliters of product in it and retails for $27. The Huda Beauty has 10 milliliters in it and retails for $30. The NARS concealer has 6 milliliters in it and retails for $30. And the KKW Beauty has 4.8 milliliters in it and retails for $18. So compared to other products, it does kind of even out a little bit in price range, because this has 3.4 milliliters and costs less than something that has 10 milliliters. It is fragrance free. It doesn't have a smell, which I really like, because I can't stand when like concealers or foundations or even setting powders have very strong overbearing smells, because it's just like lingering there the entire day, and I don't like that. The box says that this is a full coverage, long wearing, has anti-aging properties, and a natural matte finish. I like that it has anti-aging properties, because I mean, it's never too early to start anti-aging skincare, and the fact that it's in your concealer, which you're always wearing right under your under eyes, is super beneficial. It also says that it's a creamy formula that comes in over 30 shades, helps even out skin tone, has 20% pigment and can cover tattoos, actively helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Sorry guys, I don't have my glasses. So I don't necessarily know about the fine lines and wrinkles. I have little wrinkles under my eyes that are just natural, and there is no concealer out there that can fix that. So it's not going to fix it, but it's not going to enhance it at the same time. Supposedly. We'll find out. The other shade that I got for concealer is C0, which is white. Like white. So I got C0 because I wanted to use it for cutting out creases in my eyes. Today I used it for this halo eye, and it was absolutely perfect. It was very bright, and I love how white it is. I mean, the other ones, I think I was using the Huda Beauty concealer. I can't remember what shade it is. It was the lightest shade they had, and it was like as white as I possibly could use, the only one that I had. I mean, there are other companies that have them, I just didn't buy them, and that was what I was using. But this is definitely what I'm going to be using from now on, because it is super helpful and it's just great. I also bought his color correctors in peach and green. Peach is for covering dark spots under your eyes or using for acne scars, and then green is used for redness. Right now, the only color correctors that he has is peach and green, but he said that he will be adding more in the future. I think yellow, purple, and orange. I honestly prefer using orange for color correcting right here. I'm not really like huge into the peach, but we'll see how it works. The concealer has it's like a very light consistency, very creamy, definitely like buttery. And it feels like like a liquid powder almost. I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's definitely thinner than a lot of other concealers that I've used, and it has very good coverage for sure. For the sake of testing purposes, I'm going to use a beauty blender on one side, and then I'm going to use a concealer brush on the other. The first color corrector that I'm going to use is the shade Peach, and then I'm just going to put that right here. It feels really like light on the skin, like almost like it's not there. This is blending out so easily. And I think that made a pretty good difference. I should have left this side without it. No? Oh shit. Use the brush on that side. So I don't know if you can see on camera, it looks like it's a little bit more like better full coverage when you use a brush, and a little bit more like sheer and dewy almost when you use a wet beauty blender. Overall, I think it did a pretty good job at hiding the dark circles. Okay, next shade I'm going to use is the color corrector in green, and I'm just going to put that, actually I don't even think I need to do it on my cheeks anymore because the orange like already covered it a little bit. So I'll put this right here and try to get rid of that. Maybe a little bit right here. Honestly, I am loving this formula so far. It feels so like natural and like weightless and great on the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of my foundation on off camera real quick, and then we'll come back and do the concealer. Okay, before I actually do the concealer, I just realized I completely forgot to talk about the setting powder, so I'll talk about that real quick and then go ahead and do the concealer. I got the setting powder in Beige, which is supposed to be for light, medium, and dark skin tones. There is 8 different shades running from translucent all the way to fairly dark. But I went ahead and got Beige because it had a little bit more of a like warm undertone, I guess you could say. And there also is one though, there's one called Banana, and normally banana powder is, I guess, something that's kind of like more this shade. So when you're online, I wouldn't recommend getting Banana unless you actually saw it in person and thought it was the right shade for you, because it's not really what I would say banana powder. Says this powder is weightless, flawless, ultra fine, set your life into place, creasing who can't relate. It has 10 grams of product in it and retails for $22 as well. Now, compared to some other brands that I use, the Huda Beauty powder has 20 grams in it and is $34. The Cover FX powder has 10 grams in it and is $35. And the Laura Mercier has 28 grams in it and $39. So again, I mean, compared to the product that you get, you're really like, the price is in the correct range. You open the box up right here, and it comes in this really pretty, typical Jeffree star package. Has this little thing right here, which he said he created so that it's a lot easier to pull out with nails. If you guys have nails, you probably know that like those little plastic stickers that like stick down is almost nearly impossible, or takes a long time to get. But this just pops open like that. Ta-da! This is what the powder looks like. Ooh. Okay, I know I said I didn't like very fragrant things, and he did mention that this does have a fragrance of like a hint of cotton candy, and it does. This smells so good. Oh. Does he have a lip scrub that smells like this? I hope so. I love his lip scrubs. I mean, it might be crazy. I probably am crazy, but like I would seriously just like sit there and eat them because they're so good. We will use that in a moment. Let's get back to the concealer. The color that I'm going to use is C6. I think this is the right shade for me. I went to the store and I was just like swatching a bunch of them, and I originally got C7, which was I think light to medium with neutral undertones, and I put it on my skin. I left it there for a little bit. I bought it. I went, ate lunch, and then like halfway through my lunch was probably the half an hour after I actually swatched it. It looked like it really like it just darkened a lot in color on my skin. I don't know if that's happening to everybody. Maybe it was just me, but I went back and got a lighter shade because I just didn't think that that one was going to work for me. So hopefully the C6 works. It's, I believe, a light skin with olive undertones. Start up here. There is so much product on here. I dipped back in. I didn't need to. It's like a habit of dipping back in, but I didn't need to. This is blending out so nicely. I'm obsessed. I don't know how to explain it. It seriously feels so great on the skin. It's not thick. It's like it's almost not even there, but the coverage is phenomenal. Okay, so here is with the Beauty Blender. I think it did a very good job. It feels really good. It's nice and blended out, and the coverage is great. I hate using brushes. So I'm gonna see how this goes. Okay, again, so I do think that when you use a brush, the coverage is a little bit more, I guess you'd say, matte and more full. When you use a beauty blender, it's a little bit more sheer, but it's very like dewy almost, I guess, and very natural. They both feel natural. They both feel great. I mean, I would recommend either way. I personally like using a beauty blender, but if you use a brush and you want more full coverage, then I would use a brush. Just gonna take a little bit of the powder and just set it. This is the side with the powder on, and this is the side without it. Once you put the powder on, it definitely mattifies it a lot more. And it feels very good. I'm gonna finish the rest of that off camera for the sake of time, and I'll come back and let you know how it goes. Okay guys, that's it for today. This is the final look. If you want to see how I got this look, just make sure to go over to my Instagram page because that tutorial is up right now. You can also check out my other social media channels such as Twitter and Facebook. I'll link those right here. Overall, I think this was a really good collection in spite of everything that's like been going on. Jeffree did an amazing job. These concealers are phenomenal. I think that they might be a new favorite. The powder is great too. It smells amazing. The concealers have great coverage, and the color correctors were great too. I am going to be doing a Blue Blood palette giveaway here pretty soon on my Instagram page, so if you're not following me already, make sure you do so that you can have a chance to win one of those in the future. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!
So you're a tough guy, like it really rough guy, just can't get enough guy, just always so buff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend that type, might seduce you that type.